EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the New England Patriots. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Foxborough. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
That good for 22 and a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only they're controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw is Jackson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Here's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. We're looking deep here for Flowers. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
How many hands I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up. We got the plyometric. Ran up by the Lux when that's up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet. You could diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Walking New Orleans with the end. They get the LA yelling.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I guess his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton. Now 2nd and 9. To throw, it's May. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up.
It's now 3rd down. And
they'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To the air, May. Hunter Henry brings it in. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, being the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe...
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. On the final play of this 1st quarter. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10.
Oh, we're ready.
Looking to put a drive together.
No, we changed it. We're ready. Yo. Sit up.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Hey, middle.
Now it's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Bateman's got it on the crossing route here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Back to it now after the made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on first down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing here is May. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's May. Now he's going to step up and run. Give him a couple on the scramble. That's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Got a man, Boutte. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's May. Now he'll tuck this and run. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll throw with May. And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. May looking to run. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And this is taken in. It's complete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half, because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
A first down carry for Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. And Jackson throwing once more. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 33.
Jackson now. Now he's going to step up and run. Complete. It's Henry. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get. Keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
What's that? Ready, what's that?
Looking to throw. May. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kyle Hamilton running up from his safety spot and earning the sack. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. From the gun, it's May. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He finds Douglas complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll look to throw. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, force the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
You got that? Ready, what's that?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Stephon Diggs. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Stephon Diggs. 45 yards. And the Patriots are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens.
Onside kick is recovered by the Ravens.
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Now it's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. The quick feed by Jackson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
And the Baltimore first down.
Now Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Tyler Luke now to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns. But in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. May looking to run. Open man, the tight end, Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down.
44-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's May. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sacked on the corner blitz by Marlon Humphrey.
36-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here comes second down. They go play action now. May. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
A big play needed, no doubt. Third and long. And they go play action with May. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. That is caught. Down to the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Trevion Henderson, 64 yards. And the Patriots' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. May going to try and throw for it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Here's Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Jackson to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
4th down, here's Jackson. He'll try to do it himself. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Carl Carlton Davis picks it. And the Patriots are going to take over here up near the 40. Here's 1st and 10.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
To the air, May. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. To throw, it's May. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Jackson going to keep it. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Jackson's pass intercepted.
This is 1st and 10.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Yeah, good coverage there in the end zone, and it's been like that all game long. And now, down 2 scores, I imagine they'll try again, but it'll just be for posterity's sake.
That's caught by Diggs. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.